If you ever go up to Tahoe, this story may be important to you. Bear encounters are on the rise. This one was in July when a bear charged at a homeowner who used bear spray on the animal and was not hurt. But South Lake Tahoe police have received 174 bear-related calls so far this year, compared with 97 last year. That's a nearly 80% increase. So what's going on? Joining us live now with answers, Ann Bryant, founder of Bear League, a nonprofit that focuses on bear education and preventing conflicts between humans and bears. Ann, thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
So 80%-ish more bear calls. Is this a surge?
To a degree it is. You have to understand that there's more visitors, and with more people viewing bears and seeing bears, there's going to be more calls. Also, a lot of advertising to call 911 if you see a bear, even though it's not an emergency. The police chief told us that half of those calls are just sightings. They're not bear encounters. It's a little bit up. We've had a little more calls too, especially from South Lake Tahoe, but it's not off the charts. A lot of it is more visitors coming to beautiful Lake Tahoe.
Gotcha. All right. It's not like there's an explosion of bear population, but let us talk about these encounters and, reported sightings. Generally, what are they doing? Are they breaking into a home, a car? What's typical?
People leave their car doors unlocked, and the bears all know how to open the car doors. They might smell a gum wrapper inside, and they're like, ooh, I got to get to that. So they just open up the car door, and in they go. Sometimes the car door slams on them, and then they're stuck, and they wreck the car trying to get out. They also will go in right now, especially it's been warm, so people leave their windows open. Screens keep mosquitoes out, but not bears. So bears will just rip the screen out and go crawling right in and head to the kitchen. A lot of it is just what we call soft entries, not break-ins. We have had some break-ins. There are some solutions for that. The police department is working with the community and the Bear League on how to encourage people to be prepared to keep the bears out. I mean, this is bear habitat. They live here. They're going to be around, and they're always thinking about food. When a bear is up awake, he's searching for food. When he's sleeping, he's dreaming about food. So that's all they think about.
Okay. I mean, just to confirm, there's nothing unusual this year that drove down their natural foods that they can find in nature that's making them want to break in and get our food, right? Nothing like that?
You're right. Okay. You're right. We have a lot of berries. We've monitored that real closely. The creeks have not gone dry. The thimbleberries and the service berries and the currant bushes, they're profuse. We think there's going to be a lot of pine nuts. The pine nuts are what have a lot of calories for the fall when the bears are really beefing up, trying to put on an extra 25,000 calories a day to get ready to hibernate. We've got all that. We're okay. We just need our visitors and our second homeowners to understand that they need to do everything they can to keep them out of their houses. Don't feed them. Take the bird feeders down. Secure the trash. Follow all the rules on that, and everything should be just fine.
Can I just ask, I mean, they obviously learn if they can get into our cars, soft entry, hard entry, they're learning. But once they get that reward of food, how hard is it for them to break that habit, or do they just keep coming back?
Well, they're going to do whatever's easy, and if they can get into a house easily, they will come back. If we secure that house with an electrical barrier, they don't like that, and they're going to leave that house alone. On the West Shore and on the North Shore, probably about 80 to 90% of the homes are electrified, and we don't have a problem up here. South Shore, South Lake Tahoe is a little bit slow on that, but people are jumping on it, and in neighborhoods where there's a lot of houses that are equipped with the bear wires, that, the problems immediately go down. So that's the solution. I think it's just a matter of we all have to understand this is and historically has been and hopefully always will be bear territory. We've got to live here as humans responsibly. We have to be the smarter of the two species. Some days I'm really very unsure about that. But
Yeah.
we try really hard to let people know, okay, here's what we need to do, here's what we can't do, and we can get through this. We can
And thanks
teach.
for bringing up our responsibility in all this. But before I let you go in the 30 seconds we have left, real quickly, I get it. Try to prevent it. Don't leave food out. But if people should encounter a bear, what should they do?
Don't block his escape route if it's in the house. Get out of his way and let him have a clear run to wherever he got in. If you see him in your neighborhood and he's not doing anything, don't run and scream. Just back away slowly. These are just black bears. They're not grizzly bears. They're not dangerous. They're not man-eating monsters. They're 95% vegetarians. Just relax and do the smart thing and enjoy it. Take a picture and back away.
All right. All good advice. Ann Bryant, founder of Bear League, thank you so much. Appreciate it.